What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. We are going over types of silver that do not suck. In my video yesterday, which I highly recommend you watch, I'm talking about types of silver that do suck. The types of silver I was talking about were colored coins, like colored American Eagles that really don't look good. Proof American Eagles, it's like putting a bumper sticker on a Lamborghini. Superhero movie type coins, which have a very, very low collector base, plus the person has to like that superhero or that movie. And also, the anniversary coins, really just pegging you're just paying extra money for a name, as well as 20 plus ounce bars, which is, especially if silver starts to rise in spot price, would be extremely expensive, lowering your customer base down to a very small percentage. You want your stack to be liquidable. You want your stack to be easily sellable, and that's why today's silver that we're talking about in this video hits all of those points on the head. So with that said, let's jump into the video. Now, the first type of silver I want to talk about, the first type is a very, very, very special type of coin to me, and it's the Queen's B series. Now, series coins are always perfect, especially if you start on the year that the series started. For instance, the Queen's B series came out a couple of years ago, right? It came out a couple of years ago. The first one was the Lion, right? The Lion of England. So, if you started stacking a couple of years ago around, like when I was, the series came out when I was, full-blown silver stacking. So if you stack each year or each time it comes out, you can get the coin for cheap and just stack as the years go on. Now, the one thing you want to avoid if you start, or if you want to buy or start stacking series, is going backwards, backtracking. See, the Lion of England that came out like 2017, I think, that coin nowadays is a lot more expensive than it was when it came out. So if you already missed the opportunity to start a series, I don't recommend buying backwards, because that coin has already had 3 years to appreciate in value. Just like the Lunar series, a beautiful series. If you could collect each one of them, then you're going to have a very, very, very powerful a collection. And a lot of people will pay a lot of money for those coins. But those coins came out several years ago, like the monkeys, the mouse. So you don't want to be buying coins that came out several years ago. If you are looking to start, you want to start collecting a series or a set, I would probably be patient and wait it off. The closest one you can start, and I would say you could jump the gun on, is the Queen's B series, because it hasn't been out that long. So there isn't that big of a marginal gap where you have to pay too much extra money. You can still get the first set, or the first coin in the series, for relatively cheap, as apart from or compared to the Lunar series, that coin is probably around a couple $100 at least. So that's just something to look for. Series and sets, it's very collectible, highly collectible. They're beautiful coins, especially some of the newer ones from the Perth Mint, right? The Rwanda series, the coin in the picture, it's another beautiful coin to collect, and it really does make sense in my opinion. Now, other types of silver that I do recommend buying are probably ones you wouldn't think of. Constitutional silver. Junk silver, aka, or constitutional silver, aka junk silver, is highly overlooked in the precious metals world. Now, not only do they not make this silver anymore, but it also grows a premium. Think about it like this. The last time they made any junk silver was 1964. After 1964, none of these coins were being minted anymore. So they're becoming more rare. They're becoming more scarce, and they are starting to grow a numismatic premium attached, just like Morgans. Morgans were stopped minted in 1921, and that's why Morgans are starting to gain higher premiums, because it's been a long time since they've been in circulation, especially people that are keeping them or even melting them down or just being lost in the world. So junk silver is going to start gaining rarity over the years. Think about it in 50 years from now. Junk silver still hasn't been minted since 1964. Think about how rare those coins are, and right now you can buy them for basically spot price. Plus, it's a great way to store or stack fractional silver, right? It's a piece of American history. It's just a great way to go. Junk silver is definitely a type of silver that a lot of people overlook. Some of my favorite coins are in junk silver: Walking Liberties, Mercury Dimes. You can go to your local coin shop. It's a great way to store fractional silver without having to pay the same price as generic fractional rounds that cost a pretty hefty premium because they have to stamp those coins. So it's a great way, and it has many unique advantages above a lot of other, directions you could go with the fractional world. So the third type of silver that I do recommend, so as the topic of slabbed coins comes up, I want to talk about slabbed coins that I do recommend and that I don't recommend. So I do not recommend slabbing coins that are just bullion, that have no type of collector value. You shouldn't be slabbing American Eagles. You shouldn't be slabbing maple leafs unless it's like some type of, reverse proof maple leaf or a privy. That's okay. But American Eagles, generic coins, any of that, it should not be worth slabbing. And we always go by the saying, pay for the coin, not the slab. Because slabs are just another tricky way to overprice coins, and people will pay for them thinking that a first strike coin means that it's one of the first in the batch, where they don't really know that stuff, right? So you want to be careful. You want to be careful because there's a lot of slabbed American Eagles first edition, 25th anniversary, all that stuff, fancy words, putting $40, $50 premiums on these coins when really all the coin is worth is probably around spot price. So you want to be careful with that. But coins that I do recommend buying in slabs are 69 or 70s, MS69 or MS70. Anything below that, unless it's like a Morgan or a very old coin, is not worth it. Because I could go to Atmex right now. I could buy 10 pandas, just the raw panda, the raw coin. I could take all of those 10 coins, send them to NGC or PCGS, and I'd probably get a 68, maybe even a 69 back. See, 68, 69s are basically like BU, brilliant uncirculated. An MS70 is worth it. If the new 2021 pandas come out and you can find an MS70 version for fairly cheap, buy it. Because in 5-10 years from now, that coin will be worth a lot of money. Look at the 2015, 2016, 2017 MS70 pandas. I guarantee they're 80, 90, 100 bucks at least. Right? So you wanna make sure you're understanding what to look for. Things you can look for in coins to gain value, or to, that you want to get cheap that can make money, are coins that have low mintage numbers, coins that the design changes every year, coins made from reputable dealers like the Perth Mint, right? And a lot of times it could go off basically looks or simply focused, look at the coin in the picture. That's the Rwanda Rooster Series 2017, the first of these coins to come out. The first of the series to come out. And look at how beautiful this coin is. The textures, the proofing finish, some of the matted finish, and it really does pop. And this coin, even if there's a lot of them minted, it's still going to do very well just because how cool it looks. So yes, the way it looks does also matter. It really does. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I guess we could probably keep going on. There's more types. I could probably think on the top of my head, more types of silver, like poured silver, because it has a unique advantage. It has characteristics. It's like a piece of art. There's a very low number of these because they're hand poured, making them more special. But you also have to pay the premium because they are hand poured. But that can also cause collector value, especially like Geiger, Engelhard, some of the more popular ones. OPM, Ohio Precious Metals. There's a lot of really cool, places to buy silver, especially with the YouTube community. There's Bullion, all the people that pour silver and sell it on YouTube or trade on YouTube. So, there is a lot of wins. There's a lot of ways to really dive into what works for you or what you enjoy. And like I said in my last video, buy what you like and you'll never go wrong. You will never lose a penny of your investment in your entire life if you buy what you like. Because regardless of what that coin does, at least you have a coin that you enjoy. That's the number one rule. But when we're looking at it from an investor's standpoint, I highly recommend investing into the types of coins in this video. I mean, if you're a beginner, stick to Bullion. Buy as much silver as you can for as cheap as possible. Then after you build a foundation, you have a stable stack, a balanced stack, you can start branching out, diversifying. It's definitely, that's fine. And most people do it. I actually recommend it. So your stack isn't pegged to spot price. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Also, make sure you check out the video I posted yesterday titled Types of Silver Types of Silver That Do Suck. You definitely want to check that out as well. I dive deeper into some riskier silver and coins that you just want to stay away from. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.